Hello, this is a tutorial to install your dudes for the campaign of Dawn of War 2. You want to open up the zip, extract it wherever you like. Once you open it up, I've done the liberty of creating several chapters already, just in case you didn't feel like messing with it yourself and doing a little DIY. I made the Templars, Angels of both varieties, Imperial Fists. This is the one I put the most work into because I'm obsessed with the Sad Marines. And the Ultramarines, because of course. So we're going to start with them. You open up the Ultramarines folder. Just take this. You can look inside. You got these two files here. That's really all you need. But we're going to go back. We're going to copy this whole folder right here. Then, however you want to get to your Dawn of War 2 directory, doesn't matter, as long as you know where it's at. But for Steam users, you right-click and go to Properties, then hit Local Files, Browse Local Files, takes you straight to it. Then you want to open the Game Assets folder, then paste what you got. Then that's basically it. Let's see if it worked. Ta-da! Now the Blood Ravens are the greatest of them all. The reason you make the Blood Ravens the chosen one is because that is who you play as in the story mode. So now, if I open up story mode, say right here, as you can see, there I am. And this of course affects all the logos that would normally have the Blood Raven symbol on them. There's actually one chapter banner, I think it's something the Force Commander can equip, that still has the Blood Ravens logo on it. It's one of these, but I just didn't bother to go change the texture for it, because I am lazy. And here we have my precious Sad Marines, my beautiful misfortunate boys. I I love this chapter. I wish there was more representation for them, like a book trilogy or something, but sadly it does not exist. So I have taken upon myself to create them in Dawn of War 2. That it's honestly the impetus for me creating this whole thing was just to be able to play as the Lamenters. As you can see, it affects all the squads. I personally put the checker pattern on all of the armors, including the scouts. But I did almost all the armors. The only one I didn't bother with was the artificer, artificier, however you want to say it, armor, because it's covered up by the big stupid eagle thing. So I just didn't bother, because I am lazy. Now, to go about creating your own custom version, like your own homebrew chapter or one of the other unrepresented ones, like the Lamenters, then you want to do this. Go to default chapter colors.lua, and I recommend opening with WordPad instead of Notepad, but it doesn't really matter. Here is right here at the beginning is what you need to look at. These right here are what defines the default colors of the chapters in game. And this one is for the Ultramarines, so they are your preferred shade of blue for the primary and secondary, and then the tint is the trim of the shoulder pad, and the extra is the Aquila and other things on them. So I chose burnished gold and enchanted blue because I felt that was the most appropriate color. Here, with it says badge 1 Tex, that's the badge on their pauldrons. So you want to name it the proper thing. I named this one SM Ultramarines because if you scroll down, you'll see each one of the chapters that are already in the game all have their own badge file. Dark Angels, SM underscore Dark Angels. White Scars, SM underscore White Scars. So, to do it yourself, let's just use one of the default ones as an example. We are going to be the Salamanders. Their colors are Snot Green, Chaos Black, Snot Green again, and Metallic Gold. And their badge is, of course, SM underscore Salamanders. So you scroll back up, and then highlight that. Snot Green, Chaos Black, Snot Green, and I do believe it was Metallic Gold. And then change the badge to Salamanders. Now, for those that actually have friends to play co-op with, you can highlight this exactly like this. Then do the same with the next line for the co-op, and paste. And there you go. I do believe the co-op colors are what's used for the first company of Diomedes when they show up in the Chaos Rising story. I didn't go back to play through it all to make sure that is the case. But I actually am going to play through it again soon, so I will see. But once you've done that, you can save it, and you're basically done. And you install it the same way I showed you before, and now you have the Salamanders to play as in-game. Although not quite, because of the black skin and all that. Now, to create a completely custom chapter, with a badge and everything, you want to go to this folder right here I created, the optional badge template. Inside, you'll find the original Blood Ravens logo, sm underscore bloodravens.dds. You open it with your preferred editing program. I use paint.net. You can use Photoshop or GIMP or whatever. It really doesn't matter. Whatever you prefer. And see here, this is the dimensions it must be. It must be 128 by 128. And we want to get rid of this silly bleeding bird and replace it with something much cooler. And ta-da, now bloodravens.dds is the Celestial Lions logo. So now that you've created your custom logo, you take data and copy it to the same directory we did before. Now, to go to default chapter colors to properly create the Celestial Lions. So, judging by their colors, I would go with gold and yellow. Gold and yellow. And change that to Blood Ravens. there you go. Alright, now let's see if this works. There. There we have the Celestial Lions. Very cool chapter, actually.